So here we are right down the street, just checking on this house with this porch. It's going to be just like the one we're doing on that house. And just as I suspected, they notched the post out so it can sit on top of the post, just like that. And it's just two 2x12s put together. Looks like here, I don't know, looks like they just ramsetted a green block, treated block to the ground here, and just nailed the post on top of that. I figured they would have some type of brackets or something, but I guess that's one way of doing it. I wouldn't do it that way, but I guess that's one way of doing it. I would have drilled that into the post, but it looks like they just nailed it, so that's a little different as well. And it looks like they just covered it with a piece of siding here in the front and ran a 2x4 in front of that. Did their soffit and all that good old stuff. We'll be doing the same thing. But still working on it here. It's like they ripped a piece of soffit, go up under that 3 inches, and they got the siding on this side. Do all their cornice work, get that all wrapped up. All that good old stuff. Their brick freeze. Got the beam going into the house. Right there, made a little pocket. Brick freeze. Should be 5.5 inches off the wall. Gonna walk in here real quick. Take a look. Take a look at some of this. Trying to find where they ran that beam. Oh, there it is. That beam from the front porch, they ran it in here and set it right there on 2 little blocks. It's like some pretty good framing. They got that there to use as a support. Put a block. Support that little hip roof coming out. Little hip braces, what we call those. These hip rafters here cut on a 45-degree bevel, or also known as a cheek cut. Pretty decent sized house. It's a fireplace frame. Big old nice garage. This is not a house that I built. This is a house that we just stopped to look at. Kind of see how they're doing things. TGIs. I just want to take a look at the porch because I got a porch that's coming up like this. I just wanted to see how they did it. Some people, they just sit it right on top of the post and they don't notch out like this, but that's how I did the last one. So just wanted to see how these guys were doing it, and good to see they're doing it the same. A lot more people are using zip tape nowadays instead of this the window tape, but zip tape is really good stuff. I've used that quite a few times on windows as well. So, but I will be making another video once I start my build I'm doing right down the road here. I'll be making another video, and I'll be guiding you guys through the process of that. And I'll be working under my company, Jones Framing. You can check my company Jones Framing 20 on Facebook. Give us a like. I've also got a YouTube channel for that, Jones Framing 20, here on YouTube. But until then, guys, I'm gonna go check out this other house and show you guys some more framing. So follow me to that one. All right, guys, here we are, pulling up to this other job site. I'm gonna stop and take a look at this one. Going off the road a little bit. A lot of times I just like to stop and look at some framing. I'm a framer myself. I love what I do, and love to just look at it. All these houses out here for sale by owner. It's a pretty good area to live in too. Something about walking up on the job site, smelling the freshly cut wood. It's just awesome. Love it. This house is just beautiful. Looks like some really good framing they've done here. Very nice. The roof isn't super high, so they don't really have to build many scaffolds and stuff. They probably, you know, we're down here in Texas. The house like this, they probably framed up in about 3 days. I mean, Texas guys are so fast. Their hip is pretty straight right here. Yeah, very straight valley. Let's see how this framing looks like on the inside. Do a little walk through here. Very nice. Got your ceiling joist. Some good stuff. Okay, they got a hip roof here. That's what we call a hip roof. A hip rafter, sorry. Hip rafter made out of this beam. It's like a glue lam or LVL, whichever one. Rafters are going right on top of the beam they built here. Still haven't cut their tails yet. They just let them run wild. These angles you see here, like I said before, this is called a cheek cut. They are cut on a 45-degree bevel so that it planes into the beam. Yeah, it's an LVL beam. Very strong. Oh shit, roof coming off the back here. Very nice. Very nice. Got a car that keeps kind of circling around, watching us. Somebody lives here in the neighborhood, just trying to make sure we're not stealing wood or anything. There are people who do that sometimes. I've had it happen to me on many job sites, so you can't blame them. This is the zip system they came out with a few years ago, I believe, and it basically, this green part here takes the place of the tie-back house wrap that you have to wrap the house in. It is pretty much a waterproof sealant, and you just tape the joints with the black zip tape that they have. I highly recommend it. I think it's a lot better than the house wrap and goes on a lot quicker. Some really good stuff. These here are some pretty big beams here. pretty wide. I wear a size 13 shoe boot, and as you can see, it's a pretty big beam. Pretty wide there. So are those. I mean, yeah, that's what they used them for. I mean, that is really carrying some weight for the garage. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Just wanted to show you all some framing today. This is, I repeat, like I said before, this is not any framing that I have done. I just like to stop and look at framing when I have free time. You can always learn something from another crew. We are talking to some other framers here about the price of decking, how much they charge to do the plywood on the house, on the roof at least. You guys are out here doing these ceiling joists. There's all kind of framing out here in this area. We're going to try to move to this area. Here comes Justin. We're going to see what he said. What do you got?
He just gave me, he said he'd know, so he gave me the number and his boss's name.
Ah, that's too bad. Cuánto cobra por la tarima? That's what I asked him. Most guys don't tell us though when we ask them, but I am looking for a decking crew, so I need to find that. Just got the blueprints for the house that I'm going to build here, right down the street. But hello, dog. But yeah, we will continue our journey of trying to find a decking crew, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. This is the Cup of Joe show. My name is Joe, and this has just been your daily dosage. Tell them bye, Justin.
Bye.